quick run through, again, the lightning round here at the final day of the Mets. Jez, how are you, brother?
Very good, thank you, Alan.
Jez is in charge of hardware, and he's the knowledgeable hardware guy at Spinlock. You guys have a great booth. Tell us what's new from Spinlock this year.
Okay, new from Spinlock is two areas. Firstly, in clutches is understanding the effects of really high line speed on driven winches on the bigger race boats.
Right.
So that's something we've been addressing. Secondly is also more better understanding of the load on all these boats. Load obviously has a huge influence on sail choice, line diameter, the right clutching product. And also load needs to be analysed in terms of rudder angle, in terms of sea state, etc. So we have developed a range of products which allow the smaller race boat with a lesser budget than your big maxes to start taking that on.
To get scientific.
I
mean, right, because we're seeing it at every level. Obviously, at the highest level with BMW and Alinghi, with load cells on every single part of the boat.
Using the Cosworth system,
going down to, down to whatever boat can afford it, really. So this is now an affordable way to load test everything.
Yeah. Basically, we have two units. We have a standalone load cell here, which I'm just going to zero because somebody's been playing with it there, and a wireless version. Both of them are coming in at a retail price of under $1,000, so it is actually relatively cheap, very cheap in comparison to storing a sail because you're overloading it on a sheet load.
That's for sure.
So let's just show you quickly. On the standalone, just reads load normally, and then you can press and hold and move into what's known as a peak reading mode, so capturing the highest load. So it flicks along, does its own thing, and then you can come back to it, to this triple P mode here, and that gives you the readout of the peak load that you've got, and then back to normal. So you can imagine you could loop it in, tie it in, whatever you want to do, sail and come back and get the data. But the even more trick version is obviously let's go wireless. All of us yacht with a PC on board right now. So all this does is wirelessly transmit to a little software interface.
And this is your own software?
This is our own software. We're going to be doing a lot more with it soon to make it a little bit more funky. But basically, if you watch the readout here as I load up, that just comes straight out and draws a little graph. But the real joy is to hit log data. That's now just exporting straight to a CSV Excel spreadsheet. Once you've done with it, stop it. That's written to over here. There's all the data.
Every time, every second, or microsecond.
That's it, every tenth of a second, and then making everyone look like a genius with Excel.
How cool is that?
And there you go. So then the common theme with all other data capturing on the boat from B&G or whatever
is that it can export to an
So then you export to Excel, align all the times, and therefore you can overlay all your winds and load data.
You could overlay your video too if you wanted.
Yes, you certainly can. Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. That's load cells.
Bringing the science to little boats. Now you yourself, have you tested some of this? I know you've been doing in the Med racing on big boats, right?
Yeah, haven't actually had the chance to do the big boat stuff yet, but what we have done is the VX40s, where a few of them have been practicing out of our hometown of Cowes. We've been going out measuring sheet loads, main halyard loads, because cats actually are still a big design envelope because there's still a lot of unknowns. So to start doing this is, again, adding more science.
Have you been surprised at the sheet loads on a VX40?
Yeah, definitely. It's been as low as 200 kilograms when going flat out in flat water, as high as a ton in medium airs in a big seaway. So
very cool.
That's, makes a big difference.
All right, so there you go. We all know science makes you faster. Here's a way to do it. Give us a little rundown real quick. What else do you have that's new?
Okay, right. The next
What's sexy?
Sorry to steal it. A lot of boats know of the XX clutch. This is our latest development of the XX, which brings in a level of automation which is used regularly on spinnaker sheets and bits and pieces on the bugger boats. So when you fully clutch, it will then hold itself open, and therefore it can sit there with the handle closed, redundant, not doing anything until you really need it. And also, everyone knows that you must service all this gear, winches, clutches, all benefit from servicing. And we've worked hard to make it pretty easy, he says.
Obviously, it's obviously.
Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong way. There you go. Pretty easy to pull the jaw set out.
That's
and
really
then just drop it straight back in.
And this line is called what again?
This is the new XX coming out for 2010.
Got it.
It's also a retrofit upgrade to anyone that's got a current XX.
Got it.
So nice and easy for all those Swan 44s and CNC 115s to upgrade to.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Great.
All right. Well, hey, Jez, we appreciate it a lot.
Yeah,
We're going to do another quick shot here about your deck hardware.
Talk to Miles about Deckway.
Always good stuff. Always good stuff from Spinlock.
Thank you.